The House is a new stop-motion animated anthology series on Netflix. It's 3 chapters or 3 episodes, however you want to look at it, where the common thread is the house that the stories are taking place in. So 3 separate stories, 1 house. It's a neat idea. It reminds me a bit of The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which I believe is also a Netflix original by the Coen brothers. The common setting in that was the West, and the common theme was death. In The House, I don't know so much about a common theme. These really felt like separate stories that had their own individual morals, not one big moral. I don't know if there's something I'm missing, let me know in the comment section below. I didn't pick up anything overarching, but there's definitely some stuff they're trying to say in each one of these chapters. I don't want to be too specific because I got to go into this completely blind, and that's how I think everyone should watch it, with no knowledge of what's going on in the stories. So I'll leave that stuff out of this review, but I will say that they definitely put their best foot forward and their worst foot back, at least in my mind. In terms of quality of the story, it goes like a nice slope down from episode 1 to episode 3. They start with their best, they end with their not so best. But not to say that that last one's even bad, it's just kind of average. Moving away from the writing to like the technical side of things, The House is perfect. By all counts and measures, this is everything I like about animation, just in general. A unique art style. It reminds me a bit of Fantastic Mr. Fox, but in the first chapter they have like felt faces. It's just so cool and so unique. It's animated wonderfully as well. On top of that, the voice acting, very, very good, but to add another level to it, I guess they recorded it on like maybe super microphones, I don't know, but it's really intimate sounding, kind of. You can hear all the little lip smacks. It feels like you're right there in each one of these stories, which is really cool, and that's great for the atmosphere as well that they're building with the music that they have going, lots of horns, lots of orchestral stuff. Just fantastic across the board. I could gush about the technical aspects of The House all day. I love it so much. Watching a character blink in this will like distract you because you'll think to yourself, Jesus Christ, how did they do that and how long did it take them to do that? And it looks so natural and they're just moving around like regular characters. It's crazy. It's an amazing feat of animation. Now that being said, I wish it had some better material to work with because these 3 short stories definitely aren't consistently fantastic. The first one is great, the second one is pretty dang good, and the third one is just kind of okay. Well, which is disappointing because you look at this thing, it just screams like art project, like kind of artsy, weird, bizarre stories going on that have like these big messages and big morals, but it's all kind of simple, and you'll know what I mean once you've seen it. They're like really basic morals, like don't overwork yourself, don't put all your eggs in one basket, like those types of morals. Be happy with what you've got. You gotta move on from the past. But while the morals in The House are really simple, I feel like each chapter treats them like they're this enormous thing, this enormous plot point, this gigantic idea, and that kind of makes it come across as pretentious, especially in the last chapter of The House. It's just an odd thing. The House is an odd creation, but boy, am I glad it exists. There are parts of The House that are like genuinely chillingly creepy and a little bit scary, and then there are parts that are embarrassingly corny or embarrassingly pretentious. It's kind of all over the place, but that's what you get when it's 3 separate stories taking place with a common themed house. It tends to get a little weird and it tends to get a little bit muddled in some areas, but it's something I would absolutely recommend to just about anyone. I really love this thing and I think everyone should watch it. If I had to give this a score out of 10, definitely the writing suffers a little bit, but on a technical side of things, I just love looking at this. I love the sound design. It's so fantastic. It has such a great atmosphere to it, and especially in those first 2 chapters. I'm a-okay with giving this a 9 out of 10. Not quite a 10 out of 10, probably closer to an 8. Numbers don't matter. What matters is you should definitely check it out. But that's it from me. Go watch The House on Netflix. It's fantastic. If you have any movies or TV shows you want me to check out, just post them down in the comments below. I read every single comment on this channel, so don't be shy. Yours will not be overlooked. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.